And you may be asking, well, how are we to blame? What did I do? What have we done that causes all this chaos? Climate issues and earthquakes and bad weather and volcanoes, and how is this my fault? Let's take a look at Romans 8, verses 19 through 23. This is going to shed a whole lot of light on the subject for us, and it's also going to give us a whole bunch of hope, too. The creation waits in eager expectation for the revelation of the sons of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, not of its own will, but because of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning together in pains of childbirth until the present time. And not only that, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for our adoption as sons, the redemption of our bodies. So what does it mean that God has subjected creation to futility? What is the kind of larger meaning in the original language? It means aimlessness due to lacking purpose. So now, instead of creation solely reflecting the glory and the majesty of God, it participates in the vanity and the frailty and the fallen nature of those to whom it was entrusted. In his foreknowledge, God knew that man would sin. I mean, that was all taken into account from before the time that the world was made. And God intentionally tied the fate of the earth with the fate of mankind. The creation was subjected to futility, and we know that the creation will be set free from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning together in pains of childbirth until this present time. And all of creation, along with ourselves, are waiting for our adoption as sons, time of the redemption of our bodies. So we are a part of the earth, and the earth is a part of us. We were made from the earth, and when we die, our bodies go back to the earth again, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Our very bodies are connected with this place that we live on. Adam was made from the dust of the ground, and this connection between Adam, his body being made from the earth, and our destinies are going to line up with each other's. From the moment we're born, we're beginning the process of decay, of growing old and eventually dying. And because of our sin and Adam's sin, the earth was given a limited warranty. It was never meant to last forever. And from the very, 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 very beginning, before mankind was even on the earth, God sort of hardwired entropy into the whole equation. Entropy is where everything is winding down. The Bible compares the earth and the world to clothes that you buy new at the store, you wear them, you keep wearing them, you wear them, you wear them, you wear them until finally the knees blow out, the seams blow out, the fabric gets thin, and the next thing you know, the garment needs to be thrown away because it's all worn out. This is what the Bible says about the earth, that the earth is going to wear out too. Psalm 102, verses 25 and 26. In the beginning, you laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain. They will all wear out like a garment. And Isaiah 51:6. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look at the earth beneath, for the heavens vanish like smoke, and the earth will wear out like a garment. And they who dwell in it will die in like manner, but my salvation will be forever, and my righteousness will never be dismayed. So for thousands of years, because of Adam's fall, the earth has been suffering from its own form of sin sickness. The earth experiences trauma, death, decay, and there is a level of bondage that the earth has to the powers that be, to the people who sort of run the show right now. God has not intended that this earth lasts forever, but there are people who want to control it, to control the earth, and they're kind of working at cross purposes with themselves. On the one hand, they want to preserve the world for as long as they can, and on the other hand, they seem bent on destroying it. So who's really to blame for this climate crisis? Even though there are people who do want to blame, too many people, too many useless eaters, for the fact that we are having problems with our climate, problems with the lack of productivity of the earth. God is the one who is actually responsible for the earth, wearing out like a garment. God has connected and hardwired the fate of the earth with humanity. Because Adam sinned and death entered the world, through him, the earth itself has now become subjected to this cycle of entropy and decay. And because the last Adam, who is Christ, was raised from the dead, and believers are going to be raised with him, the creation itself will participate in the resurrection and immortality of Christ and those who are made like him. And this is what it says. This is what Paul says, that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. So we know that during the millennium, the earth is going to be renewed. It's going to be revitalized. The broken places are going to be restored again. Christ will rule the earth. There will be a time of peace, 1,000 years of peace. Swords will be beat into plowshares and spears will be made into pruning hooks, and everybody's going to go into farming. It's going to be a great big agricultural binge that people are going to be engaged in. And this is going to last for 1,000 years until the time that Satan is released from the pit. And then he's going to gather a following of disgruntled people who have never known war, who have never known what war was like, and the catastrophes that happened to our world, to the actual planet, because of war. So even though the powers that be sort of want to point a finger at us and say, we're the problem, well, they're actually the problem, the bigger problem. And it's these very people who are the ones who are accelerating wars, who are fomenting division, who are causing the destruction that happens to whole nations, to whole populations as a result of war and strife. That once you have war taking place in a country, you can immediately link that to poverty, to scarcity, to famine, to disease, to pestilence and death. All of these things go together. Once you take peace from the earth, once you've brought war into a country, everything goes downhill very, very fast. And I hope you can kind of see where I'm going with this when it comes to the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the four horsemen of the first four seals of Revelation. We'll be talking more about them in the weeks to come. But you can't separate out war and famine and disease and death. They all come together. They all ride together at the same time. So the people who are bringing about these wars that we see, followed by the famines, followed by the pestilences and the disease, and just the general instability of society because of all of those things happening, they're the ones who are actually to blame for the acceleration. And really, I think it's a willful acceleration of the demise of our planet, particularly through the use of weapons of mass destruction, things like nuclear weapons that have the ability to destroy in so many different ways, not just through the initial blasts or whatever, but through the radiation and through the after effects. Also, they're engineering famine, because famine isn't coming fast enough. They're engineering it through regulations on farmers and people who raise food, and through a way that we've been doing mechanized agriculture that requires a lot of fossil fuels, and then cutting off the supply of those same fuels so that we can't continue growing food the way we've been doing it, and we don't have a way to replace that yet. So there's engineered weather, engineered plagues, engineered famines, and engineered societal unrest. These are all things that are not natural. These are things that are being fomented. They're being created. They're being engineered. They're part of the end times. And as we see these things getting ready to come in full force, we know that it's almost time to receive the redemption of our bodies. Even though God has sort of hardwired this entropy into the world, He does not want the earth to expire before the expiration date. Okay, God has a plan for this earth to last up through the millennium. And even though people are going to do their best to make sure that the earth is not sustainable for people, and they're trying to do this prematurely, God is not going to be thwarted. And when His Son returns to the earth, He will repair the ravages of the things that the people who have the power have done. This verse that I'm going to read you from Revelation caught me, just sort of captured my attention a while back. Revelation 11:18. And this talks about the time of the seventh trumpet, which is at the very end. Remember that mighty angel in Revelation 10 said that at the time of the seventh angel, when he sounds his trumpet, that the mystery of God is revealed to His servants, the prophets, would be fulfilled. That is, it's at the seventh trumpet that the events that take place preceding the millennium, that those things would be done. The nations were enraged, and your wrath has come. The time has come to judge the dead and to reward your servants the prophets, as well as the saints, and those who fear your name, both small and great, and to destroy those who destroy the earth. In a recent video, I talked about how at the time of the sixth trumpet, there's going to be this huge worldwide destruction of the harlot by the beast and the 10 kings who hate the harlot, and this 4 fallen angels and this 200 million entity, whether it's men or demonically inspired men or clones, or I have no idea. 200 of them, 200 million of them, though, they are going to kill a third of the earth. And these 4 angels are going to kind of act, I believe, as the generals. They're the spirits that are behind a third of the earth dying in 1 hour. And you go, well, how can a third of the earth's population be wiped out in an hour? Well, I don't know if you've watched any of these videos that talk about how a nuclear war would transpire. Within minutes of the first warhead being sent out, there would be a retaliatory response, and within about 15 minutes, there would be hundreds of these warheads flying all over the earth, have the capability of destroying a third of the population of the earth in 1 hour on a single day. We're not just talking about the destruction of America or the United States or Europe or the Vatican. They don't comprise a third of the earth. But a third of the earth is going to die at the destruction of the harlot, Mystery Babylon, on a single hour, on a single day, predetermined by God. And God is not the one who is saying, use nuclear weapons to destroy the earth. He is allowing these things to happen, but the timing is up to Him. The earth dwellers are the ones who are doing this stuff, the beast and the 10 kings. These people are going to be held responsible for the destruction of the earth at that time. One day, when we are revealed as the sons of God through the redemption of our bodies, the earth will begin to look up in hope that redemption for the earth is drawing nigh too. and that will take place first off during the millennium, and then when the earth and the heavens are destroyed, there's going to be a new heaven, a new earth in which righteousness dwells. So let me read this passage again, Romans 8:19 through 23. The creation waits in eager expectation. I mean, the world is going, oh, can't wait, can't wait. I mean, you think you can't wait for the rapture? We've got a whole world here that's been in existence for thousands of years that's waiting for you and me to receive our immortal bodies. The creation waits in eager expectation for the revelation of the sons of God. Do you know that the revelation of the sons of God is going to be on the day when the child, the man-child of Revelation 12, is born? Not the day it's raptured, but the day that it's born. That's when the sons of God are going to be revealed. The firstborn sons of God are going to be revealed as evidenced by the redemption of their bodies. They will be given an immortal body. Hopefully that's me, and hopefully that's you. Verse 20, for the creation was subjected to futility, not by its own will, but because of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself would be set free from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning together in the pains of childbirth until the present time. Not only that, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly our adoption as sons, the redemption of our bodies. So those of us who know the Lord, we're all sons of God, and one day we will all receive the redemption of our bodies. That will be a really great day. We'll assist Christ in the rule on earth. We'll be priests to God in heaven. And then at the end of the millennium, once the millennium is over, that's when the whole church will be brought together as the bride of Christ. And it's at that time that we're presented. We come down from heaven, that beautiful bride. We're a part of that holy city. We're the inhabitants of that city. And that's when we will be joined with our bridegroom forever. That's when the Spirit and the bride are going to issue the invitation. The Spirit and the bride say, come drink from the water of life, come eat from the tree of life. So we have a lot to look forward to, and not just us as children of God, as sons of God, but the earth itself. The earth itself is going to be set free from the bondage to decay that it's experiencing right now. So the people who are sort of hell-bent on destroying the earth, which is, it's just crazy when you think about it. Anyway, God is going to destroy them. They will have a special destruction because of the things that they've done. So let me know what you think in the comments section. We'll see you on another video. Till then, have a blessed day.